minutes. So we're going for 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 channels at the moment, all at the same time. So good morning, everybody. How are you in the aftermath of me being on 4 in a bed last night? So we'll talk about that a little bit today as well. And I will be speaking to both and I've got tissue because my eyes are watering constantly. Menopause, it's a bloody nightmare. Menopause, horrible thing. So for those of you that don't know me, I'm Mandy Nicholson, and I am the creative genius consultant, and I'm an artist. Hi, Joe. I'm an author. I have a creative retreat space and bed and breakfast in Dalbeattie on the west coast of Scotland. And my mission in life is to help creative women to launch, grow, and scale their businesses and make more money. And that's how I show up in the world, because it's one of the things that I'm most passionate about. After my husband died in 2020, which was devastating as we were all locked in for COVID, I decided to follow my biggest dream and see where it took me. My biggest dream was having a castle on my vision board. And I knew that in order to buy that particular castle, I needed about £6 million. So I was about 5.5 million short at that point in cash terms. So I said, well, let's move to Scotland, which is where I wanted to own the castle, and buy a house and generate the wealth from there. And the universe presented for me this little mini castle. I call it my mini castle. It's not actually a castle. I call it my mini castle because it looks very much like the one that was on my vision board. And I'm allowed to do that because it's mine. And I built what was my dream, Creative Retreats, here in Dalbeattie in this wonderful building. And last night we were on 4 in a bed. I have to say it's mortifying watching yourself on the telly. They say the TV adds £10. It certainly does. If you're already overweight, you've got no chance. But you know what? It is what it is. The program is what it is. 4 in a bed on Channel 4 is what it is. They encourage you to be picky. They encourage you to say things that perhaps you wouldn't normally say when they're interviewing you. They're prodding you all the time. So it is a situation where things can be taken out of context. Some of the clips that we used last night, what people were saying, were not actually in the same clothes as they were at the Art Bank. They've been taken from different times during the program. So it is what it is. It's good, entertaining TV. And I've been on the telly, and I will be on the telly every night now for the next few nights. So do watch and tune in and wait till payment day. So let's get back to 3 ways to launch your new offer online, no matter what your new offer is. What you'll have seen, or what you will see every time you log on to the internet on your news feeds, is lots of people saying, do a 5-day challenge, launch this way, launches are dead, do this instead, go evergreen. It's very confusing. It's like white noise. And if you are a creative, if you are neurodivergent in any way, and a lot of my clients are, that can be incredibly confusing. And you are pulled from pillar to post of what should I be doing? What's the right thing to be doing? And a lot of these launch systems are built for a linear product. So a book or a course. Yeah, that's where, coaches create courses and books. And a lot of these launch products are perfect for those. So if you've got a book or a course, and I'm going to cover that, then launching it in a specific way is really good. But I'm dealing with artists and crafters here as well, not just people who have courses and services. So there are ways of launching all of those products really successfully. First and foremost, as a business owner, as the CEO of your business, you have a responsibility and a duty to create excitement around a new offer. Now, this is what you see on the TV. You'll see it all the time. A company introduces a new product and it's in your face 24/7. You see that advert again and again and again and again. Because the marketers know you have to see something, anything between 20 and 35 times now before you'll even consider making a buying decision. So launching is a great way. What launching is getting your product in front of people again and again and again, basically, and bringing them in by offering a high value thing for zero price or low price so that you can upsell whatever your offer is. And this works for absolutely everything. And I'm going to walk you through the artist, the crafter, and the service provider or author. Okay, 3 different ways to launch. So, and honestly, what I give you today will not be the encyclopedia of launching, because it's alive and I'm going to be on for 20 minutes and I'm going to give you top line stuff. It really is an art learning the marketing strategies around launching new offers in your business. So number 1, let's take the artist. So I'm always going to start with the artist, because artists really struggle. What I hear a lot is, who would be interested in my what I'm painting? Well, look at this artist down the road. They're better than me. I don't know how to charge my worth. They're usually charging way below their area of genius and their talent. So there's that difficulty to get over first, the artist. And then there are ways for artists to launch a new collection. And I think with an artist, the first thing I want you to think about as an artist is putting things into collections, because that is a great way of launching. And that's the one way that I'm going to talk to you. There's many ways. You can do an art auction. You can do a weekend QVC style event. You can do lots of different things, but let's talk about launching a collection. First and foremost, no matter what you're launching or how you're launching it, you need an email list. Okay, I'm just declining some of the people that are trying to get into my live, because I don't know how that works on TikTok, and I don't want somebody coming in and having a discussion in the live, because I'm talking to you. Okay, so launching a collection. So first and foremost, for every single way you launch a product, a new offer online, email list is the most important thing you need to build. Go and get one of the freebies. So MailerLite or MailChimp, or there's many others out there that offer you a free service initially, where you can sign up. Once you get to so many clients on there, then you need to move into a paid method of creating emails. So MailerLite is my favorite, because I use ActiveCampaign actually, which is paid, but MailerLite is similar in many ways, and the free version is really good and it does a lot of things. So MailerLite is good. So number 1 is you need to start building an email list. If you haven't already done that, you need to start today. Today on your to-do list to go and sign up for free MailerLite or MailChimp, whichever one you choose. Go and have a look at them both, do the tutorials and sign up for one. You've got to start getting people onto your email list. You own the email list. It's yours. It's your audience. Zuckerberg owns Facebook. Yeah. TikTok's owned by a company in China. I don't know who they are. And at any point in time, that service can be removed, taken down. And if you are reliant on that for social media, you've got a problem. Yeah. You need an email list for people to be able to sign up, and so you can communicate with them. That's number 1 for all ways of launching. For the artist, I want you to think in terms of a collection. And each time you launch, whatever it is that you are launching, you need to have a launch strategy. Normally, I would suggest starting 2 weeks out from whatever the end objective is. That end objective could be opening the cart on your new offer. It could be a free masterclass, a free challenge, a free workshop, anything, or just opening the doors for people to buy. You build up momentum over the 2 weeks prior to launching. So you have a launch date, you agree that launch date. You might agree that launch date 3 months in advance, because it's going to take you some time to build all the infrastructure to get you to launch. And in the 2 weeks before that, if you're posting once a day at the moment on all of your social channels, you go up to 3 to 6 times a day in the launch period, the 2 weeks before the launch. Same in email. If you're doing 1 email a week, you go 1 email a day, you go to 3 to 6. So there's a lot of work in the preparation of creating that bit of excitement about your new offer. And for artists, if you decide to launch a collection, you can release pieces of that collection each day as people get into the launch. With the doors finally open on the last 2 pieces on the day, you don't have to do an event, but you're creating scarcity. If you launch a collection of 15 pieces of art, and I would suggest that you use email for this, as well as all your social channels, but email would be your friend for this, creating collectors on your email list, people who want to buy your art, who are raving fans, who love your style, and they want to be the first in on this brand new collection. And if you're launching a collection, you need to set some goals around that as the artist. If you've got 15 pieces, how much do you want to earn from this collection? Are you doing 4 collections a year, so therefore quarterly? And how much do you want to earn each quarter to give you your end of year sales target? So if you've got an end of year sales target of £60,000, let's say £60,000, yeah? So that needs to be £5,000 a month. Therefore, each quarter you need to sell £15,000. So a collection of 15 pieces, it could be 30 pieces. You want it to generate £15,000 of income because that's your goal. So launching is about a strategy. It's about knowing how that launch fits into your overall sales goal. It's about having a strategy for increasing visibility, really, really increasing visibility in the 2 weeks prior to whatever the event is or the strategy that you've decided. And then you're constantly doing the preparation. If you're launching 4 times a year, you only need to write the sales copy and the copy for social media and email once, and then just edit it the next time you do it and the next time you do it. If it works the first time, then the copy's good. Okay, so launching a collection through email and social media. So if you were launching it through email, you'd have an end date. If you're doing it through social media as well, you'd have an end event, celebration party, opening the doors on the last 2 or 3 pieces. These are the final pieces, save the best till last, so that people desperately want them. Talk about the pieces, the emotion behind them. It's about creating a buzz around your new offer, no matter what that offer is. So for the artist, that's one method of launching. Now, as you can imagine, as I've spoken to you, the intricacies of that, the planning that goes into that, the writing of the copy for social media, the creating of graphics, the writing emails, the writing a landing page so people can sign up to your email list. There's a lot of foundational infrastructure that goes into that. But once you've built it once, it's rinse and repeat. So that bit sounds really scary. Once you've got it in place, it's rinse and repeat. You can use it again. You're just editing dates and you're editing information or photographs, pictures, whatever. So that's method 1 of launching your new offer for the artist. Launch a collection, create interest, create scarcity. And once the doors close, that's it. Collection's sold. And if there's anything left, it may go into a gallery exhibition in the future, but it's no longer available at the minute. Scarcity works every time. Number 2 is the crafter or author. Again, that method could be used by the crafter if you've got a collection. So I've got an amazing resin crafter on my creative mastermind at the minute who makes fabulous resin products. So you could launch a collection. You really could launch a collection and sell what's made, but also take orders. So there's a way to launch that as a collection. However, I think more so a QVC style event supported with an email event is better for the crafter or author. So if you've got a book, can't speak today, see menopause, I digress. I always digress. Menopause, I forget what I'm saying. I can't get words out. I've got brain fog, brain farts as well. It just completely knackers your normal intellectual ability. That's all I'm going to say about menopause. And I'm absolutely boiling right now because that's the other side of menopause, isn't it? Anyway, I digress. Crafters, authors, think about an event. For authors, the launching like you launch a collection is really good as well, building the momentum up through your email list, and creating some excitement about snippets from the book through social media. Same with the crafter, sneaky peeks of little parts of what it is you're making, not the full piece, until you actually launch it at the event. And what I mean by a QVC style event is you may have an event weekend that starts Friday tea time and closes Sunday tea time, where you're going to reveal your new product launch, your new offer to the world. And they're not going to see it anywhere else but in this event. And you can talk about each piece and talk about the features and benefits and what people can do with it. And you can say things like, okay, you can do this on Facebook in a Facebook event. It's a brilliant way to do it. And then you can stream that. You can get people into the event and you can stream that elsewhere after you've done it. So you're showing up like QVC and you're saying, this is my new product. It's a fantastic mug that keeps the heat of the hot drink in, looks really gothic, fits in with your gothic decor. I'm not selling the mug, by the way. It's a gift from the very person I'm talking about, Kelly, and I love it. It's my favorite mug. So you're going to talk about that mug and you're saying, like, this mug comes in several different colors like you would see on QVC. It comes in 2 different sizes. If you want this mug, then comment below in the comments, yes, please, or I'm interested. Also, you can buy it as a set, as a gift in 6 different colors, blah, blah, blah. So you're going to talk QVC style about the product you're selling. You might even use it. So that's great for crafters. And what you want is to get people really engaged and commenting on the feed, on the actual feed that you're on talking. Now you can pre-record that. You can do it live. You can do it as a post. You can do all 3 in the event. So you bring people into the event and you turn it into QVC or that style of selling program. See a lot of that on TikTok and it works really well where people are demonstrating the products and they've got links to the products. You can do it on TikTok, fantastic. You can also do it on other channels, creating an interest. But again, the 2 week leading up to the event weekend, you're on social media and you are going up from once a day to up to 6 a day posts to get people in that event. Because if you open the event with 10 people in, you're not going to sell very much. It's about numbers and conversion rates when you get people there. So that's number 2, hold an event if you're a crafter. That works as well if you're an author. And you can put in incentives there. The first 10 people to buy the book, will get signed copies. Easy peasy. The first 10 people to buy a 6-pack of mugs will get a free mug. You can create incentives for people to buy more or to buy the product. So that's the second way of launching. You're going to launch a collection as an artist, or you're going to do a QVC style event as a crafter or an author. You can still use that event as an artist. Any of these different ways of launching for your new online offer or your new product offer or your new art offer can be used for either or. And they're only a sort of dip in the ocean, really, of the different types of launching you can do online. And the third type of launch, same sort of preliminary work, is a service provider launch. So courses or events or live speaking events, anything like that, courses, that sort of thing. So here I'm going to talk about challenges. So if you've got a course that you want to sell that, say, let's £2,000, and go and look at, I use this method for my course and I secured 6-figure launch in January. where everybody says they've got no money. Lisa Johnson does a great launch once a year for One to Many. And she always takes a couple of million on that launch because she's selling a reasonably high ticket, a £2,000 product, and she's selling it to volume to help people with one specific thing, how to understand how to launch. So, and the steps to it, because there's a lot of steps to it. If you think about launching, creating your sales page, having your email campaign that goes with that sales page when they sign up, having your email campaign for your launch, your social media campaign, your graphics. It's huge, and it can feel overwhelming for you. And then if you do a challenge at the end of it, you've got all of that to prepare as well. But I do my 5-day challenge twice a year. And I'm still using the same material in that 5-day challenge that I was 4 years ago, because it's still relevant. I tweaked it for the last challenge, but it's still relevant today, as relevant today as it was 4 years ago, because I'm teaching someone the basic foundations of business. Okay, the basic foundations of business. It's my 5-day challenge in how to make more money as an artist or creative, and it puts in some basic foundational things in your business. So if you're going to launch a course, what is the course going to do for the person that you want to sell it to? And how can you run a mini challenge that gives away free content that leads into that? And that can be a 3-day challenge. It can be a 2-day challenge. It can be a 5-day, a 7-day. Everybody does different periods of challenges. I like the 5-day because it gives you enough information to really go and implement in your business. A lot of the big coaches do the same. So you can run a challenge. But again, this whole infrastructure of launching, I've got a whole section in my Creative Mastermind program just on launching, just on all the different methods of launching. And you've got to find what works best for you, for your personality, if you're neurodivergent, or if you're a creative and you tend to follow shiny objects, so you tend to go off track, then you've got to find which one works best for you, which you feel the most comfortable with, and which one you can get behind the most. Because you've got to go all in on launch. I've given you 3 ways to consider launching your new offer. But you've got to go all in. You've got to have high energy. You've got to be 100% all in on the launch, because people want to see you and your energy and what they're going to get if they buy from you or if they work with you. That's so important. To not launch a new product, collection, service is business disaster. So it's got to be part of your overall business strategy. How am I going to launch this new book, this new collection of paintings, this new set of craft items, this new course, this new mini course, this new masterclass, this new public speaking event? How am I going to launch it? And how am I going to reach the very people who need what I have to offer, and let them know that I'm the person that they should be buying from? Those are the questions when you're building your annual strategy that you should be asking yourself. I did not have a strategy for being on telly. However, I've been on Fox TV and now on Channel 4. Because when you open yourself up with your marketing strategy to be really visible, and you're sharing at such a consistent and regular level with the world, opportunities will come to you. And I've got one of my clients seeing this at the moment. One of my coaching clients is like, well, this has come my way and this has come my way. I've not done anything. It's because they've now got a strategy. They're launching consistently. They're showing up and being visible consistently. And it's a game changer for your business ongoing. There are lots and lots and lots of confusing things out there on the internet. Lots of things that you think you might want. In fact, I posted one last week. There was an advert came up on my news feed, how to launch your $25 million art business. for $9. The course was $9. If that doesn't set off alarm bells, I don't know what will. But there's so many people in the creative industry that are so desperate because they're not making sales and the business is not performing at their level of talent, that there probably are a load of those courses sitting in their deleted file or in their inbox somewhere in email that they've never actually consumed. And that's how these people are making millions in their business. Think about that before you purchase anything. So hopefully that's helped you think about how you can launch your products and pick your platforms for your launch. If you're going to launch products, TikTok's good, and Instagram. Yeah. If you're going to launch a course, then think about LinkedIn, Facebook, think about Facebook ads. If you're going to launch a book, then, think about where do you want to put your focus? You don't have to be everywhere. Choose your visibility places and go all in on those platforms. Don't mess about with it. Just go all in. Okay. That's all I'm going to say about launch, because if I was going into the detail, I literally would be here till midnight and you would be like worn out, ready for a breakdown and overwhelmed beyond belief. Like I said, I have some structured documents in my creative mastermind that I use with my clients just to give them a guide on, how big launching is and how much impact it can have on your business. It's brought me a consistent 6-figure business that I'm comfortable with and I know is predictable. And that's what we want in business, isn't it? Predictable income that's going to come in every single month. And so that you know where you are in business and you can then be the creative that you are, if you are one, and go and do all the shiny things that keep popping up on your radar. So that's it for this week. Please do join me next Tuesday. No idea what the subject matter will be yet, but it'll be something connected to your creative business or your business, whatever you're doing. Have an awesome week. Do watch For in a Bed for the rest of the week because it's payment day on Friday and the winner is announced. I can't give you any clues for that. None at all. I'm not permitted to do that. But now you've met all the contestants and you know where we're going. So we're off to Cockermouth tonight. Beautiful hotel in Cockermouth. Then we're off to Morecambe on Wednesday night, off to Skipton on Thursday night, and then it's payment day on Friday. So if you didn't watch last night, catch up on More4 online because it's there streaming right now. I'll put the link in the comments for most of these lives. If you're on TikTok, if you go to my website, you can click at the bottom where it says As Seen On Channel 4, As Seen On Fox TV. If you click on those icons, it takes you through to our episode of For in a Bed. Watch us for the rest of the week. Still no idea how I'll come across. It wasn't too bad last night, but yeah, we'll see what happens this week, won't we? My 15 minutes of fame will be over by Friday. I will see you next week, next Tuesday, same time, 11 o'clock. Have a fabulous week and thanks for watching.